The history of black music up to hip hop did not give white people nigga, and you know it.
That's like saying that no black people contributed to actually owning slaves. That's why, yes, they did it. They owned slaves. They even captured slaves. They even contributed to them. We all contributed to them. The fact that we aren't even using the word, I think we're contributing to using the word. It should be a word that function, not use. We ain't
Yeah,
using it.
that is a lie. That is a lie, and you know it. And you know hip hop. You know hip hop transported to the four corners of the earth has made nigga has made nigga central to the lyrical content that we have given to the world. You know that.
Okay, and so
Yeah, 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 okay, so wait, hold on. So the lyrics that people are saying when they're driving in their car, in their morning commute, when they're going to a party at the frat house, when they're going to a bar, you cannot tell me that people at Studio 54 in New York City
Big
were
Nate.
shouting nigga. If you say that, I know that you are completely full of shit right now.
what my thing is this:
I, I,
are you
I,
asking? Are you genuinely asking if hip hop is the reason why we've lost our power in the N-word?
Absolutely. I'm not even asking. That that is my thesis statement, and I stand by it, and I've seen it time and time again throughout my modern
That's
life.
historically inaccurate. That's historically inaccurate.
Wait, what's
And
inaccurate? Sorry.
That hip hop is the provider of making the N word losing its power. No, I would disagree.
What would you
all
think
right,
started? I would say that'd be the main kind of like fertile ground where it kind of grew from, where it was more mainstream and kind of felt.
It became a worldly source of use, of connotation of use, but no.
so you telling me
So,
prior to hip hop, white people in 1975 in Little Italy were saying like, "Paulie, you my nigga. I love you, my nigga."
The
You
word
you would you would
nigga.
you would say that? You would say that?
Well, okay, are you using the slang or the actual word? Because my thing
I,
is that they're saying that shit in jazz. They're saying that shit in theater. They were saying that shit when blacks could not even be actors. They had to act actors, right? And they would call each other
mm.
niggas.
Nigga, Kendrick made a song talking about being on stage with a white girl saying his song saying nigga and not knowing how to deal with it
Yeah, because but that's the first time it's ever
because
happened.
we gave it to him.
It happened during the Nickel Brothers. There was during there's so many renditions of that situation. It's just a
It,
part
it,
of the cycle.
so
not,
that didn't
hold
happen
on, hold on.
before. Oh, hip
So
hop? That
on
doesn't
the
make any
scale that it
sense.
happens now, are you literally saying the Nickel Brothers and that, like the way in which there's the cultural interplay of the casual usage of nigga between people
They were
is
catching
is
on.
anal- is analogous to what's happened now.
I'm t- you're right. Hip hop was definitely a catalyst to it, but it wasn't the sole era of that. It was happening way before hip hop came along.
Not to the
That they
not
were.
like. Come on, bro.
No, that doesn't make any
Well,
sense.
let me
Like they
let me
were
let me
caught.
let
Like
me disagree. Let me just say I disagree. But in all seriousness, I enjoy the intellectual debate, and it's not
I don't think
contentious.
I don't think
I,
any of the media the proper like you have people like people like Sidney Poitier like before him during the time you didn't see blacks on television. So before that, you had white people declaring themselves as niggas, calling each other niggas.
but that wasn't that wasn't in but that wasn't in daily parlance.
I wasn't part of the daily lexicon at all.
Like that's
That
that's not
was.
how people dealt with each other on a day to day. When two white boys are fighting each other and calling each other nigga.
Yeah, I agree.
That's not when you um you turn on Reddit or World Star Hip Hop and you see a whole bunch of non-black people using nigga freely.
You make it sound like white people weren't saying the word nigga in their own homes.
No, wait. So you say wait. So you saying white people? You saying we're wait? Do you really believe that the way nigga the way that we use it, the way that we use it?
Yes, they've been using it. Yes, of course. That's what
Man,
it is. Of course.
what?
You don't know that they were doing for they were big band doing that, and that was a whole thing because back then that was a part of entertainment and comedy. So then people would mimic actors during that time, and then they would act like that.
And they would call themselves the N word.
That's why blackface was a whole thing.
Somebody save this conversation, by the way.
I am doing it right now.
All right, thank you.
This
And
is,
Will, by the way, I enjoy the conversation and there's no contention between us. I hope you understand that. Okay. Before I disagree with you.
Man, start this playlist. This is,
Bro, I'm a history minor, bro. Like I
69 years.
Well,
That's why. That's because they were definitely doing that.
it wasn't. Sammy Davis didn't have a song saying,
yeah.
having everybody sing along with him saying nigga though. That's what he trying to say.
To get something for watching the animals, but oh no, sirree.
But hold up. All right, let me let you finish, and then I will finish after you. I apologize.
Pause.
It's like watching Dave Chappelle for the entire season and then not saying any type of quote from his comedy show and being like, oh, nothing happened. You were all quoting, I'm Rick James, bitch. You were all saying it. We were all saying it. It was not right to say it, but we were all saying it and everybody agreed with it. It was okay to say that publicly because we all love Steve Shaw and he brought people together. No different than when people were acting like slaves and acting like they was, when there were white people wearing blackface and they were saying all these things and if like came in the next day at work being like, oh man, he was impersonating a black guy so well and he was doing it too. And it was going down. It was going down. It may not have been the word nigga, but he was definitely calling niggas.
Jigger boo, silverback, coney. My bad.
but here is the point.
I don't
Here's
think
the
they was
point.
palling.
No
No
Here's the
matter
point.
how
they
you
probably-
figure,
I think they was like,
everybody's a
"You acting like a
nigger
nigger."
to me.
and it's like, whoa, why you doing that? Why would you say that, Bob?
Is Vic here,
You're
by the
acting like a
way?
nigger.
Is Vic here, by the way?
No, he's not. I sent him. I invited him. I sent him a message. Nigga.
I think he was
Don't worry.
doing-
He
All right, let
said
me
to
save the
hit him
playlist
up when
real
he
quick.
came back. I just text Cuddy to
Right.
say we
So,
waiting on him.
here is what precipitated the conversation was how me standing on the side of the road and hearing hearing this group of Afghani people who are immigrants, who aren't even American, referring to each other. You my nigga. I love you, my nigga. Right? We gave that to them. Right? And that through our culture, you would have to at least concede that hip hop in its popular form is a version of blackface. Oh, you just said it. You just said it. Right? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You were talking about blackface. Hold up, Nick. You heard it, right? You heard it when he was talking about blackface and blackface being popular in the home. Now we've given hip hop to the world, not just to the United States, right? To the world, to the four corners of the world. Was jazz blackface?
100%.
Is hip hop blackface?
100%.
All right.
All right.
We have come to an agreement, my brother, to a certain degree. But my point, being performative black. All right, so here's another. I don't know if you heard this conversation we had the other night about masculine, the performative nature of black masculinity. Oh, all right. We are on the same accord on that. But what? All right, there you go. All right. We are one-on-one on that. But the bottom line is, we gave that to them. Because giving, because I'm gonna tell you why. Because giving infers a level of ownership that we're not willing to accept. But the truth of the matter is, as a culture, like, and as we talked about beforehand, I don't know if you were here, the Jewish culture doesn't do that. There are many cultures who don't allow other people to internalize their culture as being performative, right?
Well, I agree with that, but I think with the Jewish culture, with that's like, because they have,
it's a little different.
They have the.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Can I just say this real quick? Can I say this real quick? Can I say this real quick? The Jewish people have the power to cancel and put people out of the game that do that. We don't.
We should.
We don't.
But yes, we do.
Nah, I would disagree.
Yes, we do. You know why? We tried. No. Hold up. We do. We tried, and then our people told them to. Our people told C. Lewis Tucker to shut the fuck up. That was us telling C. Lewis Tucker to shut the fuck up.
No, that's a story. That's a success story. That don't mean that we doing it. You can point to some success stories. That don't mean we doing it.
Are you telling me that there was legitimate pushback in the black community for us giving the world our trauma as?
Yes, I am.
They did. They sure did.
And how did it go?
Jesse Jackson was the wrong nigga to be there.
And how did it go? How did it go?
The way that it went weakens your point, Spark. The way that it went weakens your point, in my opinion.
How so?
Because,
how so?
Because it became an event, it became a fucking feed, and it became a fucking thing. Like, look, we're doing it, so officially we're doing it, so you gotta shut the fuck up about this, because y'all already had your little moment. You already did your thing. You're not even allowed to have the conversation anymore. That's what happened. You just go into that fucking zeitgeist and you fucking get lost. And that's the difference between Jewish and black. It's because Jewish shit has been just as maligned, but they have centuries on us as far as organized shit. Centuries.
But no. Let me disagree with you for a moment, right? There is a moment every year in Israel where they have a Holocaust memorial moment, right? Where as a society, they stop what they're doing to remember what has happened to their people during World War II.
They do similar shit in Germany.
You said in Israel?
Right? Yeah.
There's a difference between Israel and America.
Hold up. Let him finish.
Let me finish. When Kanye West's black ass got on TMZ and said, was talking shit about Harriet Tubman, that slavery was a choice, and it was also talking about shit about Hitler. Mm-hmm. They cut the Hitler shit out of that interview. Let the slavery is a choice shit slide. And how many niggas still give Kanye a pass?
That's the fucking point that we're making.
Be fucking real. Be fucking real.
But Spark, where's your point? Spark,
No,
where's your
I'ma
point?
tell- no,
Where's
I'ma tell
your
you what
point?
the
Because
point
that's
is.
exactly you made our point.
No,
You made our
you're-
point
No,
to me.
because it's the same point. Is that culturally we have decided to give our shit to the world. That we
Okay.
no, hold up. Hold up. We as a culture didn't be like, fuck that nigga, he's done. We as a culture, as a black culture, didn't say you was talking shit about Harriet
But
Tubman.
how is this
You are
strengthening your
dumb.
point? This seems to make our point.
Explain,
I don't understand how it's strengthening your
explain.
point.
All right, I'll be quiet and listen to your side of the argument.
What? Yes. Yeah. Well, two things.
Well, no,
He didn't. Jewish people can't. Jewish people can't. The one thing I have with that is that I feel like
I'm listening. I just want to say I'm listening before I retort, and I'm giving y'all brothers the space to have this
Start the
discussion. 'Cause
playlist.
I think it's a great discussion, and I'm not diminishing our disagreements or anything. I think it's a healthy discussion to have. So I just want to make. No. It's okay. Call me a bitch. It's all good. I will feel good. All right.
he ain't doing that. Ain't nobody
Hey,
doing
hey,
that.
hey, man.
Ain't nobody doing that.
No. So
See,
When you
Gen Xers are weird, bro. I'm talking about I feel
name
good.
calling,
When
calling kind of interrupts the building of it all.
Right. You know, when you and Walter
Us
do,
millennials don't deal
what
like
you and
that.
Walter
My
do
point-
is between you and Walter, Spark. You're not
my
finna do
point
that, bro.
is that I wanna have I wanna make sure I'm giving space for the conversation to happen, even if we disagree. That the conversation at least happens, because even if we even exit this conversation disagreeing, I would hope that I take nuggets from what you said and apply it to my own life, and hopefully I've given nuggets to you guys that you will rub on your skin.
First of all, unless them nuggets is gold or garlic parmesan, I don't know what you're talking about, Chief.
Right? No,
You
real
share
talk.
nuggets
I'm
and
being,
shit.
I'm
Out here-
being funny. I'm
Out
being
here
funny,
sharing nuggets.
but I want to make sure. I want to make sure that this is an open space for the conversation to happen, and I don't want to. I want to make it open. So even though I disagree,
pause,
and
my nigga.
I will go into that after. Cuddy, I sent the invite out. Fucking Will, update
What?
your GTA and be on the roll with us. And Cuddy, I apologize. I cede the floor, sir.
Give me 1 second. I'm in the middle of this race.
The only thing I was gonna put in there, and it wasn't even because I understand exactly what you're saying. The one thing I don't like is that I don't feel like people give
First, second, yeah.
enough weight / allow the other side of the argument to come in when you reduce the plight of the Jewish people as a race. Because ever since we've been writing shit down, they've been getting shit on. Every single goddamn race I know of fucking shits on the Jews. It doesn't matter for a reason or not for a reason. I just know that that's a fact, right?
How about
So
Brenda makes this?
the ghettos, the term ghetto is a Jewish term. The whole entire fucking
Ow, join the fucking
migration
race.
of
All right,
the
hold
whole
on.
migration of motherfucking Jewish people. However the fuck they ended up way the fuck up there, but they've been chased around ever since they've been getting out of the original shit. And so I don't like the reducing the Holocaust to 4 years. That was like the exclamation point on the end of a whole bunch of shit. And what ended up happening is the Zionist shit that we talking about. So I'm not saying anything
Hold on.
more
Hey,
than
hey, Will,
I don't
I'm not
like
trying
to.
to
I
speak.
don't.
Will, I'm
I
not
don't
trying
like
to
to
stop you.
reduce.
Hold on. You
It's
keep
me,
talking.
Cuddy.
This is.
Yeah, you didn't join the
Cuddy.
fucking race, Al,
I can't join. It doesn't get. I don't have
because
an
you was
invite.
doing some other shit.
I told you I was in the middle of a race. I was literally playing the
You
ponies.
gotta join. You gotta join the next one. You gotta
Okay, but
join the next one.
I was literally in the middle of running the ponies. I said, "Hey, I'm running the ponies. Go ahead." All right, see you, Cuddy. You and Will
why
sound like.
why is you running ponies?
Fuck.
All right, so
Cause y'all niggas was sitting there on some Hotep stuff, trying to go through the whole lineage of the N-word shit. I'm like, shit, admit why? Is it
Oh my God.
no, like that was probably the funniest shit.
shit, that's real talk. Like that.
Tap ass niggas, huh?
But
And my
no,
last thing is by
appreciate
not
the
acknowledging
conversation.
that takes away the knowledge of how bullshit the fucking whole, at least from a certain perspective, how they just fucking decided they've been shit on so much that they gonna get a whole goddamn country and smack it in the middle of somewhere that's already established and shit, and then try to claim some old Christian Judeo bullshit as far as the origins of shit, while still thinking that the whole motherfucking system is white people and not black people. Like the whole Christian system trying to pretend like all those motherfuckers and all those stories are not black motherfuckers is ridiculous.
Hey, that was an accident, brother.
No, that was not, nigga.
I feel like we just have to
You do
make
shit
sure
like
we
that, you
acknowledge
gotta
that
stand
shit
on it, bruh.
in order to
like,
talk
I
against
was
it.
listening to Cuddy.
That's
no,
all.
like, I mean, all right, so
No, I'm playing motherfucking GTA, trying to
like
race
you
my ass
should
off right
be,
now.
Will.
I was just doing rivals with Josh and Alicia though, by the way.
We don't even,
Nah.
oh, by the way, Cuddy, we got a stunt coordinator and a director of photography, and I don't know if you saw the picture of the cast, but this shit is getting ready to roll. So, but
Yeah, I'm getting cats together for this shit too. I'm getting cats together.
Here's my
for
contention
Friday,
with
so we
that.
good.
Is that culturally, like generationally, we have decided that and how do I say this? Embracing American capitalism was more important individually
I fucked myself up.
than a sense of shared historical importance.
I mean,
What did you say?
realistically,
Can you say what you just said one more time? Can you say that? Repeat yourself, please.
Embracing American capitalism was more important than a sense of shared cultural importance.
Oh, that's for damn sure.
I mean,
And,
And
then-
I
You
think
have to
that,
survive.
and our
that-
vulnerable
that
position made us big marks for that shit. Our
Now-
vulnerable
now,
position
I
in
will
our country made
100%
us big marks for that shit.
100%
but-
agree with that. But what I'm saying is that
But-
underlying that is me standing on the side of the road on Ventura Boulevard,
Oh, boy.
listening to a group of Afghani dudes calling
Afghani
each other
guys, we know,
niggas.
yeah, we know.
It- like,
Hey, why you?
we gave
hey,
it
look,
to him. We gave
Spark.
it to him.
Spark,
We
when you on the
gave
side of
it
the
to 'em.
highway, when you on the side of the highway, that's work. Don't be bringing work shit into some recreational conversation.
I knew that's where you was going, and I appreciate it. And I high five you for it, and I'm gonna punch you on the shoulder when I see you.
I can't wait for that shit. I can't wait for you to punch me in the shoulder.
But
You gonna have to come to
yeah,
Cleveland, or we gonna have to be doing some shit. I have to come out there and
we gonna have to.
I'm gonna have to
we
have
gonna
some speculative meetings. We have to have.
Yeah.
I'm like, look, I gotta go out there.
Yeah, but I mean, like, and
I'm
I
the
think
MD
that
on
that,
a-
that
on a
was
movie.
what
Hold up.
precipitated
Let
the
Al join.
conversation. That was what precipitated the conversation, Will, and I appreciate the knowledge that you bring to the table and the points that you bring to the table. I think underlying it, though, is this idea of racial. But I want you to say racial because when you get to the idea of what constitutes racial, what's the word I'm fucking looking for?
All right, Al, you know what time it is,
Unity. You hear Al?
Yeah, I mean,
He's in there.
God.
Is it what constitutes racial solidarity? That was the word I was looking for. Solidarity. What constitutes racial solidarity and those things is that we just didn't have that, and then in turn just decided that
What we didn't have what?
We had racial solidarity.
We didn't have.
we did at one point.
It was dismembered. It was corrupted. It was cracked out.
It was systematically fucking, yeah, cracked up on purpose.
Literally, intentionally.
But we did have it, and that's why we still
Did we
have
really
it.
though? Did
That's why
really,
we
though?
still have it,
'Cause-
Spark.
No.
Spark, that's why we still
say-
have it.
I say
That's why we
this-
still have
I
it,
say
Spark.
this as a history minor. When you look into the actual work of the civil rights era, it really wasn't a multitude of black folks.
That's the problem. That's why.
Oh, I was talking before that. I was talking about before that. I was talking about the connection from Africa that we've had, that we still have with the walking down the street, that nod and that shit that you got with motherfuckers. Like, we still have it. We still have all
no,
that
we
shit.
don't even have that
But-
anymore. Like you walk
Yeah,
up
yes,
to a
we
young
do.
nigga nowadays and say what's up, he look at you like you crazy.
Well, if you're saying that, then that means that that means that if you're saying that, then that means you're accepting that we're living in a fucked world and we just might as well just don't give a fuck. Like, that's
We
not true.
kinda are in a fucked
It's
world,
true.
though.
I understand what
We
you're saying.
are.
Like,
I mean, it's
that's the way the
same.
world goes around and dumb people are everywhere and the world is fucking stupid. But you also have more things going on and more people feeling like it's safe to, like, I finally feel like I need to do something, and there's people that like, oh shit, I didn't know there was people that actually think like this and aren't stupid and actually are good people and shit. Like, there are more of them than there, or at the very least equal numbers. But
I'm
the
gonna go you
whole
one
bad
further.
apple
If
thing,
I-
like, the
if-
dumb
if
people
I can
get way more
piggyback-
run.
If I
So-
can piggyback on that, Cuddy, as well, though, that, and going back to the N-word conversation and how it has been given out to the world, is that maybe that they've embraced that as a sense of co-union with the black experience.
Who?
The Afghan dudes on the side of the road, or
your
They
your
had
rap
a party
listening,
with Spark that night.
have you listened to hip hop from other countries that aren't even in English?
Yep.
Where you have people who feel like
Mark, what
have
the fuck?
And nigga, I was spinning around. Shut the fuck up.
He just like ran into me.
Or people who have embraced hip hop from other cultures, and you know have a sense of unity with this idea of being against the system. And that when they say
Yeah,
nigga,
I also
hold on,
I also have the white dude that lives in the fucking block and also feels exactly the same way because he doesn't know any fucking different and feels like he's super entitled to do it. And I also have the fucking suburban motherfucker that listens to the shit out of that stuff, knows a couple of those homies, and feels like he's entitled to it as well. So the difference between and the Afghani and the French doesn't fucking matter to me.
So what I'm saying is, by giving it to the world, is it worth to at least contemplate that maybe that they're seeking some union with the word, even though it's not in the way that we experience it?
Well, let me ask you this: who gave it to the world? Because you keep saying we gave it to the world.
We did.
By what means?
Did.
What was the medium? What was the medium?
Hip hop. We already kind of
hip hop.
So exactly. And then who controls hip hop? And who gave all that fucking money to the hip hop? And who fucking programmed all that shit? And who has made every single piece of pop music, including country music, include an element of hip hop because it fucking works?
If you were to go to a hip hop show, if we were to go to No.
We're not in control of it though. We're byproducts. We're not the
one more time.
We could have.
If we were to
said
go to
no,
a
but
hip
we
hop
did.
show,
Say,
if
all right,
we were to
right
go to a
there.
hip hop show in August of 1990, and nobody had a record deal, would they be saying nigga?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Because it's our
100%.
music.
Even more because
they capitalized.
They didn't know they weren't supposed to. There's a lot of motherfucking ride or die motherfuckers that thought they were part of the fucking movement, and then they now are getting told that they can't say that shit because of the color of their skin. They didn't get. This is such a weird fucking thing because we didn't we took it back because we can say to ourselves. That's a concept, but when you're talking about hip hop and the mass produced shit, and you're talking about out to the world, and we gave it to the world, it is a fucking product. It's a fucking product. It might as well be called Coca-Cola or McDonald's.
But no, because by saying hip hop is a culture and Cuddy's argument, you're making two different arguments. Did they give it? No. Did they give it to us? Did they give it to the world, or did we? Because if hip hop is us, if you're
talking about a 1990s hip hop show with no record deal, or you're talking about hip hop to the masses that people in France and other countries are hearing, those are two different conversations.
No, because real hip hop shit.
Real hip hop is not.
You can't say oh it's the industry and then hip hop is us. Because if you go outside the industry, it's the same shit. It might not be the same content, but the language is the same.
All right, well then there's a worldview difference here too, because as much as bars and verses, and this is controversial, but Jay-Z is not us.
Hey, what?
I know.
And what reference do you mean? You mean like now because he's not
right? But see, that's the dichotomy of it. On one hand, you look at the negative. What I think most people would consider. I hope my neighbor is calling the police on me right now. You look at the negative impacts that we maybe perceive as the negative impacts of hip hop culture and say, oh, that's the industry, that's the this, that's the this. And then we say, oh, well, what about this? Oh, that's the culture. But you can't have it both ways. Because Stevie Wonder and Marvin Gaye and all them didn't give a nigga either.
You definitely can't have it both ways. Like, so, it happens all the time. it cheapens what, like,
Teddy
What,
Pendergrass wasn't saying nigga. He's
he
talking
wasn't,
about
but Richard Pryor was.
Richard
You know what
Pryor
I'm
was.
So you saying
But
because
they-
of the
they knew-
scale,
That's
like
different
balance?
shit. Way different shit.
Ow. What is this?
I
What
just
is
ran into
happening?
the goddamn thing.
Oh, okay.
That's a solid point. That's a solid point.
So what's so? Hold on, sorry. I'm just trying.
And as a
trying to make
culture,
sure
as a
where we
culture,
at.
we
It's
had
like, what's the
our
argument?
elders be like, "This ain't cool," and we said, "Fuck the see the Dolores Tucker."
Nick, you shouldn't be getting
It's a
son of Connie
slippery
B.
ass slope.
I'm not trying. I have
It's a
bad
slippery
feeling with this
slope
one.
because if you really get down to it, if you took
Didn't
out,
we, though?
if
Didn't we,
you
though?
took out, if you
Our
took
parents'
out,
generation who was like, "Why are you listening to this?"
oh,
who tried to
100%.
check-
I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. That
hard, ain't
is
it?
Man,
marketable,
fuck.
and the thing is
Nigga,
that-
who did that? I'm sorry, we racing as well, so
there's a reason why we bumped
Oh
off
my
the
God.
record scratching and not saying shit about Jay-Z. Because that's a really good conversation that nobody wants to talk about.
Wait,
Because
wait,
that
hold on,
motherfucker
no,
is
no,
establishment.
What's the
That
context?
motherfucker's
though?
establishment.
What's
And
the-
there's
what's
a
the
really good
context?
reason.
Hold
There's
on,
a
what's
really
the
good reason why we
context?
didn't.
What's the context? And
Let's
is it,
do
is
it.
it just being, if you
This
get
is-
hip hop, you got to stay broke?
this is
I'm saying,
intellectual
what's the?
masturbation. And I know you don't want to do it, Bill, but you here right now, and you need to have GTA. I know you don't want to do it, but you here.
Hey, you can't say it. You ain't know about the game been out for over a decade.
I apologize. Like this is this. Wait, by the
You
way,
had-
this
you
is
had
the
a lot of
best
Pepsi,
conversation
cherry
I've had in
Pepsi.
so long, and I appreciate y'all brothers for having
Yeah,
it.
he
with
done
me.
had a lot of cherry Pepsi tonight.
Right.
Yeah. Some
Hey, nah.
vanilla, some cherry Pepsi, and some Asian pussy. I'm about to, man, nigga. I'm spit.
You did.
I can't.
She done gave him that Mouye Dew.
She gave me that Mouye
You
Dew.
sure you ain't over there making tang, nigga?
Blade, why? Blade, why? I know the 90s ruined us, but no, stop it.
No, but in all seriousness, I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate the conversation. This is this gives me life and energy, and I appreciate you guys for it. Real talk.
That's life, man. This is how we actually change our world, is by having conversations. People don't realize that we don't heal in community. Nothing of this shit matters. And that's the problem, is that they're teaching us to heal alone on our own, but we're supposed to be doing shit like this. People don't recognize it because they think that you gotta go on your own fucking journey. But you're supposed to do it.
No, you're right. You need
Everybody
bread, though,
uses
too,
the
but you're right.
death.
No, I got rid of my shit. I had to make room for that ugly ass Jeep that was on the display today. I was like, you know what?
No, so let's talk about Jay-Z real quick. Let's do it.
Just
Go on.
see?
I just want to know what's the thing. I'm not saying that the thing. I just don't know like why it would be. Are we saying like now or just we talking about like back him Big L days? Like when did he start
Really
being?
now,
I guess?
Cuddy
he's
brought him
trans.
up.
I feel
Cuddy brought
like
him up.
at a certain point, he took the shit and it's like, all right, fuck it. I'm gonna take the mantle, do all this shit, but in doing that, you transcend outside of, when I say one of us, like he is not on the level of any motherfucker that's in this conversation right now. And I'm not talking about just because he's rich or he's a star.
I'm
I'm
about to say
talking about because
that
he's
matter, the baby
normalized
would be in it.
a whole bunch of shit. And then because of the way that he came up in the real shit, we talking about blah, blah, blah. Because of that, and because of who he is now, he's one of the main reasons why you have a lot of motherfuckers that are stupid as fuck and are just gonna listen to whatever fucking cherry picking shit they want to listen to, and then
Hey, Jay-Z is
do
the
this
reason
shit.
for this?
No,
Fuck,
he's not the
man.
reason. I'm not saying he's the reason. I'm saying that he is part of the system that is in there that is the fucking carrot.
But okay, no, I agree with that. But here's the thing too. Like I don't know which you and Will sounded like not that sounded really good. No, I'm not. I'm saying voice wise. So I was like, I'm gonna make sure I get everybody's point. I want to attach something to something else. The thing is though, it's one of those the things of like, well, what was supposed to be his end game? I'm not speaking for the man. That you know what I'm saying? Like I just don't know what's supposed to be the end game because like you could become like it's the whole die a hero, live a villain type of thing. So what do you do? So if your goal is to get in here, change some shit for your people and make money, when you make money and stuff, it's gotta change. You can't sit around, you can't talk about the same stuff. You gotta like find some way to elevate it or do something. So I'm just saying, what would be the strategy for someone in Jay-Z's position to kind of still stay connected to that nucleus of what started this thing? I'm saying I just don't know. Like what
Stay
what
his
do you
ass
do?
out of politics and stay his ass out of the upper echelon of people that make decisions, and he's up in that shit.
But don't we want somebody who apparently
No.
wasn't from that? So who do you want in the upper echelon?
Not in that way, because you're compromising shit. That is not you.
Well,
You getting
well,
a fucking you getting a compromised seat at the table because
Well, okay. I think I get what you're saying. I think it's kind of, could be slightly hyperbolic to an extent because I don't think anybody is going into something to just stay broke. That's cool. And after a while, people aren't going to listen to you. I
hear
mean, Jesse Jackson hit different in the '80s than he does now, right? You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not saying he broke, but I'm saying like you have to elevate your message, and the time's going to adjust. And you have to adjust with it on some level. Doesn't mean it's right and stuff like that, but it's like, what do we want?
I had it.
Hold up.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know Professor Griff was in this fucking playlist.
While I
Nah,
do that, let me find that video of the
Okay.
fucking Samoan dude beating up the white boys. And
Well,
put
shit.
that
I mean,
in there.
while we talking about this, nigga, who's a wrestler that just released the album, and they got in
Wait,
trouble
what?
for saying nigga. Rikishi's son, was it somebody? One of them
Oh, you
motherfuckers just made a rap song. Was it Jacob Fatu, Nick?
It might have been.
They
They
made a
all
rap.
got rap albums.
Yeah, but no, they made a big
Rikishi
thing about
definitely
it.
been
though, man.
dropping.
Like,
Like, you listen to them talk, like they look and sound like niggas, so they definitely didn't, fell under the umbrella.
I still think
Alright,
think
then
it's
let me
a-
let-
it
then- then
is
let
the
me-
intertwined
let me
conversations
rephrase.
because nobody ever talks about how shithouse in a lot of ways Obama actually was for black people when he was in that position. And the reason why is because he got the same fucking pill that I'm talking about. He got a compromised seat at the goddamn table, and he kept the same fucking status quo. And nobody talks about that shit because you're not supposed to, because he's black. And I'll vote for him again. Don't get me wrong. I'll vote for him tomorrow. I don't give a fuck. I'm not saying that I'm like anti-Obama. I'm saying that we never have a conversation about real shit. It's just like he was the best. He's the GOAT. Say no more. He did it. He did it twice. But nobody ever actually talks about the shit because we're all too stupid about shit. And we talk about the dumb, flashy, dumb shit. We never actually talk about the shit because if you get down to it, that motherfucker was on the same type of shit that we don't like right now. He just did
okay.
it way slicker.
Okay,
Because there's a whole bunch of compromising that you do when you're on that level, and that's what I'm talking about. Jay-Z's on that
Okay.
level.
So So I get that. So you can't be inherently good. So what happens? All right. So this is what I'm saying. Either you mad at the person in the position, or you mad at the system. But it doesn't seem like
I'm mad at
you
the
guys
system.
are.
I'm not mad at the
Okay,
person.
so-
I'm not mad at the Jay-Z
okay,
or the
so-
Obama. I'm mad at the
So
system.
then, okay, so it's the system. So then that needs to be the thing. It's not about so much Jay-Z or Obama. Be in that position, yeah, you're gonna take compromises and you're gonna get scrutinized the most. So you want to start a business, you're gonna get the shittiest interest rates on the loan, also the shit. So you either accept it and then figure out how to like outsmart them at it, or you just
Jay-Z's real estate shit's done what to do anything for that? What kind of initiatives has Jay-Z done with his fucking power to do anything on what you're talking about? What kind of initiatives has Jay-Z done on anything with music education?
I don't know. Hold on. Now, you didn't give me listen. Hold on. I'll let you answer. All I'm gonna say is I don't know all the intricacies of all the stuff. I will say though, he's brought water to villages in Africa that didn't have it. There's the other stuff. So I don't know what the man, all his humanitarian efforts are and stuff like that. What I'm saying is
that Hillary got credit for.
Okay, and neither I don't think anybody on this conversation has visited that. And I'm not saying I've left the country, left with a bunch of that. So we don't know. All I'm saying is, if the system's the issue, that should be the main focal point, not the avatars that are put in place and shift around. It's the system that's the issue. So then that should be.
But when you have one of the motherfuckers that never gets talked about, that is one of the linchpins in the system, it's a problem because we don't talk about it because you're not supposed to because they're untouchable and it's untalkable and there's no negative shit that can be said. Very similar to the Jewish people, you can't say shit. You're not supposed to be able to say shit. And
I get that.
They're in the same fucking type of voice where you can't say shit or you're fucked up. Record scratches if you say shit.
Upon is messed up. Upon is messed
up. Real quick?
No, you can't. I'm sorry. I'll stop talking. I get what you're saying. You can't disagree and stuff with it. But the thing is, if you're mad at the system, you're getting mad at the pawns and the freaking, let's say, bishops and stuff like that that are playing the game, and you're like, well, shit, they in this game, so they suck. That's all I'm saying. So go ahead to your point, Mark. I'm just saying you can't get mad at the.
I hear you, Al. I'm not getting mad at him though.
It's kind of to piggyback on what I was saying, pause, is that like you get into a position where you can at least do something. And that by at least being there, whatever influence you have to bear, to whether it be to give that well in Africa or scholarships at that HBCU or whatever, but like nobody on our level or even on Jay-Z's level is gonna be able to actually reform the system from the inside out because like they don't.
That's because the system ain't designed for that. The system ain't designed for that.
I'm not asking him to be that. But
what I'm saying is that
I have a hard time believing. I have a hard time believing when we're writing down the civil rights advancements that have been made in the last 15 years. I would like to add all the things that Jay-Z's done. The African shit. All right, like
when you
I
say
get
African shit,
I understand that. But do you guys understand that is a philanthropical fucking tax fucking shelter bullshit that Oprah taught them how to fucking do? That shit is so fucking like it's not that they don't do good, but if you actually look at it, you look at a lot of the communities. They are flash in the pan when the camera crews leave. The sustenance doesn't always stay there, and the fucking people that are in charge of that shit don't give a fuck because they're figureheads.
That's true, but it does do some help. And
it's a fucking promotional shit most of the time.
But if you're not in charge of the system, what are you supposed to? I don't get what you're paying. You're literally paying. You're not giving someone a chance to win. So you're just like.
Why aren't you pointing to where he's from? Why are you pointing to the neighborhood where he grew up from? Why aren't you pointing to some shit in our country that you can point to unequivocally that he's done? Unequivocally, he has all the resources that anybody's ever had. It should be an instant fucking answer. What the fuck has Jay-Z done? It should be an instant answer. Not to look it up and go to Africa and leave the country to check it out for yourself and believe me type of shit. That's all I'm saying.
And it goes back to my initial argument, is that inherently hip-hop is individualistic as opposed to collective.